I got not one, not two, but three thumbs. Everything about owning a business is new to me. I don't have entrepreneurs necessarily in my family that can help me do the thing. So I'm figuring all of this out on my own. My first goal is to have you all come along with me as I get the EINs and the LLCs and the grants and the funding to open my own funeral establishment. Also come along for the long ride of getting 1,000 hours so I can own and operate my own funeral home, okay? I say establishment because there's a few tweaks and pivots that I have to do before I can own my own funeral home. I had someone send me some information about this group called Black Girl Ventures, that they would be in DC doing 60-second elevator pitches. You had 60 seconds to pitch your business. 1 thumbs up was $200. 2 thumbs up was $250. 3 thumbs up, you won $500 and then advanced to the second round for your chance to win $2K as a third prize, $3K as a second prize, and the grand prize winner was winning $10,000. Follow along to see if I won anything. So I get there, the line is long already. We're not supposed to line up till 12, but they let people start lining up beforehand. So far beforehand, when I get there at 11:40, I'm number 49. But that doesn't matter, okay? As we're standing there, they're trying to get the crowd hyped because we've been standing there for like an hour because the pitch competition doesn't start until 1. We're in the doors before we're even supposed to line up at 12. So again, we get there at 11:40. I'm number 49. They have people come out, they're interviewing everybody, and they're like, who wants an interview? Me? Of course I want to interview. Check it out.
All right, so are you ready to pull up and shoot your shot today?
I am ready to pull up and shoot my shot.
All right, and tell us briefly, what is your business?
I am a Black female mortician, and so I am here to help the community grieve properly and learn about death so they are not suicidal.
And what was your greatest inspiration for starting this business?
I was tired of working for DCW. But really what happened was my biggest inspiration behind everything wound up being my first client, and was my mother. And so I was able to embalm her and do the entire service. And so she's what grew my grief pushing me forward.
That's beautiful. And also, what's one piece of advice for other entrepreneurs that are just starting out?
Don't stop, keep going, and put yourself out there. That's it. That's what you have to do.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're just standing in line. So the earliest you were supposed to be able to line up was 12. The competition started at 1. It was from 1 to 4. And so we're just standing in line and standing in line and standing in line. The inside where all the seats were, I guess, for people who were coming, anybody that wanted to watch, were 100% open and empty. I have never done a pitch competition before, okay? So I had no idea what to expect, what to bring. All I knew is that I needed a pair of flats because I did wear heels for my pitch. I wanted to look nice. I wanted to look presentable. I wanted to feel good, okay? And so we stood in line. And we stood and we stood and we stood, baby. There were some people because it was dead winter in DC. It was February 3rd. It was cold outside. So after a certain number, they allowed those people to come into the building and sit down. We were not allowed to sit down because where we were in this competition. So the people at the end of the line got to come in from the cold and sit down. Y'all, this has nothing to do with Black Girl Ventures, everything to do with me. I had some complications last year and I just really learned how to walk again. And I did not bring a chair because, again, I did not know what to expect. So standing for hours, I wound up standing for about 2 hours because we had to wait from, when we got there at 11:45 until I actually walked out on stage. So being that I was number 48, we had to wait from 12 to 1. And then every person got 60 seconds. So 48 minutes, another 48 minutes, so almost 2 hours I was standing. My body was hurting so bad during this experience. I also just personally found it unfair that people that came in later was able to sit down and actually be inside the venue and watch and hear other competitors. I didn't get to see anybody's business for real. I didn't get to meet and talk to anyone except for if they were generally like right in front of me or right behind me the entire time we were in line. What I would recommend for anyone, and this is not just for Black Girl Ventures, for anyone that's hosting a pitch competition, is that as people come in, they are able to sit down and you can still move the crowd in a way where it's quiet. You never know who has a physical disability. You never know who is new to the game. And of course, until you get on someone's set, you never know how they're going to have it set up. So for future reference, for future purposes, and for future contests, anyone that hosts anything like this, have chairs available for your contestants. A little bit of ADA regulation up in there. Okay, let's move on.
Subject, but it's a natural part of life that deserves our attention and understanding. Most funeral establishments solely execute the planning of the funeral and the service. What makes my business different, Reminisce, Life After Death, stand alone from other funeral establishments is the empathy, vanity, selfishness, and education of death. When I talk about the innovation of death and death education, it ranges from having your affairs in order with my books, processing grief with my journals, teaching our next generation to not just pour out liquor, but why they pour out liquor, and my auto obituary writing workshops, which is where I guide you through the introspective and creative process of writing your own obituary and outlining your funeral program.
Thank you so much. Listen.
So let's talk about it. Yes, you saw me using my phone, but we take that back to July 2023 when I was in a coma. So my brain doesn't work the same way. My memory doesn't work the same way, but I read over my pitch so many times, I was able to go through it. I stumbled on one word, which was auto obituary, and it gets me every time in presentation form. I will say that I feel that Black Girl Ventures is more product based. They want more products versus services. And if that's what they're looking for, that's what they should advertise. I would have totally sat that one out and just been an onlooker for the other two people, you know, that were with me versus standing up, being uncomfortable and going through the hoo-ha for 3 thumbs down. Oh my gosh. Nobody likes to talk about death. Nobody wants to be educated on death, but at some point, everyone is going to need someone in my service, in my industry. And I wasn't offering caskets and, you know, I have workshops. I have grief journals. I have all types of educational materials to help you prepare for the inevitable. But watch, look, listen, tell me how I can improve. Let me know what you think. Yeah, it was my first one, y'all. So I'm proud of myself. And no matter which way it went, I still got up there post-coma, post-learning how to walk again. And I did my best. And that's what I feel good about. And now that I know what I know, I'll have chairs, snacks, someone to stand in line for me. So they were feeling service-based businesses that day. And that's okay. I still got the chance to get up in front of a room of people and pitch my business. And there are people in the crowd who stopped me, exchanged information. I gave them my website information. Let them scan my QR code. I did have one beautiful woman tell me she was a retired mortician from Michigan, and she said, what you're doing is great. You spoke well, and she gave me good feedback, and that's what I ask for. Like, maybe what can happen sometimes is when you get 3 thumbs down, you could get some sort of feedback. And maybe it's not your business. Maybe it's, you or how you spoke or your articulation. I love a good feedback, and I know that no one owes that to me, but I feel as though if I don't at least get 1 thumbs up, guys, tell me what I did wrong and tell me what I could improve on. So if anybody from Black Girl Ventures remembers me, I had the same hair, same lips. I had a dress on. I didn't have this red shirt on, but I definitely had a red dress on. And yeah, reach out to me. Let me know what I could do better, guys. And anybody that's watching this, in the comments, let me know what I can do better. If you have any tips, grant writing tips, elevator pitch tips, any other contests that I can enter, let me know. And yeah, I appreciate you for watching this far and being interested in what I have to give to the world.